TaySon determined to remove Roxy's team, and sure enough, disaster. Gonna spot a trouble here. A couple of splashes. Gonna ensure that Chico is still good to go. Fire through, but things are just picking up at Rangers Ruin, and TaySon gonna be able to pull things out to a little bit of a standstill now. Chico, Hris, TaySon, they might not actually have to force this battle.
In comparison to after winning that spawn fight, you'd think they'd try to get as much resources in, but it backfires on him, forcing him to retreat just a little bit. As TaySon just building his way up, he knows he doesn't want to be stuck on that mess on the low ground. And even NA West in the elimination feed going crazy as Arkansas will take down King. Damage has been felt for that team that he just took out two different players in a tough situation. As TaySon, Chico, they're trying to look up, but that minigun is just causing so many distractions. They have to focus on getting to the front side of the zone, but they're being persistent. Down goes high ground. This is their chance. They're looking up. Striker gets cracked. He gets knocked altogether. Cisco's taking damage. He's gonna fall as well. Chico is absolutely insane. As him and TaySon, they go from the on-spawn battle against Prodoxy to high ground in the end game.
But they're still gonna need materials. Chico has 0 build left to his name. Immediately dropped back. TaySon still on the high ground. This is looking grind up for TaySon to bring it home.
That was my fault. I didn't curse him, but it is now just one less player that they have to worry about. TaySon trying to drop down low, but maybe a little too soon.
Right? We're sitting in our own region comfortable, but these are some of the best trios in the world. How are we putting up double-digit eliminations in game 1?
This is the same guy, by the way, who started the day saying, yeah, I'm going to give the win to other people. What on earth was he waffling about, mate? He is on fire right now. They win the off-spawn. It's a close one. It's a tight one. But TaySon clutched up big, and then they go on to just win the outright game. Again, it's why it's so heartbreaking we're seeing them fight off-spawn. They can go, Vivid, from having this game to not even getting to play through the next game, right? They might just end up having to watch for half an hour. But this is what they can do when they win that fight. We know it.
Yeah, I mean, incredible stuff, right? Talking about that all-spawn, I kind of mentioned, hey, when you win this all-spawn, it's not always going to happen where you have all 3 alive, and they had that happen, right? No stalling of the early game, and then, oh my gosh, Chico just putting on an absolute clinic. You're a duo, and you look up and you see 3 people on the high ground. You see that they're only connected by 1 wood floor. You have the confidence to not only go ahead and pressure the team on the high ground, but then not 2 of them while they're falling from the high ground. Chico just showing us the aim in full force.
I mean, this is where...
He's looking to make that first touchdown. TaySon actually going to be the first man to pick up a weapon on the initial knock. Gino already stripped of half of his HP. TaySon, though, with the leverage of the high ground, they have forced Pablo, Gino, and the Swarm. They are all tunneled inside of the same staircase. HP to work with, but Hris, he's actually going to be all or nothing, because if Brazil continues to intervene, they're just not going to be
elsewhere. Chico was taking a good brunt of that damage, but it's Pablo who does get dropped first. Chico is situation. They're trying to close the gap, but Prodoxy goes down. TaySon as he gets eliminated in the 1v1 against Hris.
It's a tough break there for Prodoxy's team. His past couple of years with Global's performances, and it's just impeccable to think of what they've been able to accomplish here today, because sure, you can be first on the leaderboard, but to go back-to-back with victory royales, that's a different beast entirely, and it's going to be very difficult for anybody else to play catch-up. You have to remember, to 180 that occurrence still, TaySon from behind manages to knock Gino, but this is just messy right now still. The big take.
He finally picks up a few, but the damage has already been done. Hris with only 3 HP, and Pablo forgot that, and they have a chance here to end the fight.
But can they do it again? We know both teams.
And that's the real issue here, Levin, because TaySon, Chico, Hris is the most split that we've ever seen both of these teams drop, but we know exactly what comes next if they're not quick with these.
Battle's looking to get chaotic more and more so. TaySon almost piecing one up, but they found an exit. Chico is in a struggle.
Delivering straight damage towards Pablo, but it's only TaySon left to try and fend for himself. And the
trio now joining the fun at Rangers Ruin. That just put a huge switch up on how these things happen. have been playing out, but instead of a straight 50-50, the majority of these fights, they're trying to take two different sides of the POI. On the outskirts of the ship, they were landing at the Kappa factory. SETI lands over there. They are on fire. I wouldn't want to land.
For Doxy, they fully understand we've got to create a little bit of a gap here. They're already splitting this POI slightly with TaySon Chico and Hris and Aspect Tinka. They did not get the drop they were looking for. TaySon Chico and Hris, they might just be able to run the Oshi fellas out of here.
You know what? We already affected one fight at Ranger's Ruin. What's the harm in going to another? They immediately make their way on over towards the top side. TaySon, Chico, and Hris say, you know what? We're going to chase him as far as we can towards the edge of the zone. Once they reach that point, they realize they don't have to load up the drop on this spawn, but they're all looted up, ready to go. Back at Ranger's Ruin.
Ranger's Ruin.
And TaySon gonna be the first touchdown. Grabs the Oxy. 2 versus 1 scenario, but Hris has a real chance. Hris takes out Pablo. It's all down to the 1v1. And Ferdoxy immediately utilizes shield potion just yet. Hris, on the other hand, wrapping around, taking out, stopping Fred in the midst of healing. But Hris, he just can't close the gap. He doesn't have any material. Patented Fred lurk, and he's creeping up. Hris can't get the revive. Ferdoxy through the window, and Hris still can't find it.
Distract him long enough while he backtracks and tries to go revive for as usual. Kazi, Tinka, and Aspect are looking to third party this fight.
Oh my gosh, it's the same. Comes in, right? The elongated fight. We're still in a 2v2. We know the third party's gonna come in, but if you take a look at the map, there's only one orange arrow. Maybe the full commit.
Try and figure out, is this really worth getting involved with just yet? But TaySon, Hris, they've got such an advantage now over Pablo and Ferdoxy. Their HP rapidly dwindling away here. Is TaySon now just waiting for that final opportunity, but without a shotgun, he doesn't feel confident enough, and for good reason, because one good bump shot could be the end of it. Ferdoxy's gonna opt to try and get away, but Hris just too